Okay, great. Then we'll have a recording. We didn't do much yet. So by now you should install this part. You go here, just live, and then you select this, install, and let's remove that. By now you should have that. Okay. Where's my, I can open it, Explorer. Yeah, this is my file. So HTML, use that, and JavaScript. You don't have to write it yourself because this snip code generator can help you to generate. Yeah, great. So then let's do the same thing what we have been doing. First, we can start from here. So to write, by the way, script is, so HTML tag usually starts with an opening tag and a closing tag. And as you can see, the word script by itself is actually HTML tag, as you can see. So inside this HTML script tag, we can write our JavaScript code, console.log. And then you may say, hello world if you want, or I love JavaScript. Yes. And then let's open this, open live server, and it will open for me. I hope it opened it in another screen, but I will just bring it here and you will have the chance to look at. Where are you? Okay, great. So I will open it up. Now I have to make this. And then let's open this by Ctrl+Shift+I or by clicking this. And then I should see my code here. I love JavaScript, don't you? Okay, good. So we managed to, actually it's not this like the header. The head part is not the best place to write. Instead, I would recommend you here because it's better the JavaScript to apply after the page loaded, and the JavaScript should come after the HTML and CSS. So it's better to put it here, down inside the body. Great. And actually, so we can put it at the head, we can put it inside the body, even we can write inline script button, click me. That was very common, right? All the times. Click, on click. On click is an event listener. And if I just say alert, I am clicked. But as you can see, either of actually this should be, yes, alert. If I refresh it, this will go away, definitely. Now if I click, I am clicked. Yeah, great. So now as you can see, you can write your code as in inline script or in a separate script. And even you can take this out and write it actually in a different file. So I can write here, for instance, main.js, or you can give it any name you want. And now I can write the code here. I remove the script because this is a JavaScript file. So the name of the file, as you can see, has an extension .js, main.js. Okay, great. So after you do this, you have to connect this file with the index.html. How do we connect it? Script, and then with a source, the main.js. Yeah. Now, after I love JavaScript. So after this, we will write in a separate file. Yeah, great. So then what is next? Now you know how to get the setup of a JavaScript. You know how to write on the console here if you want, console, console.log, and do whatever you want on the console. Of course, only JavaScript code. If you just write something random, it doesn't work. But as long as you follow the rules, okay, let me read from the comment. Yes, that's true. Yeah, you don't need to refresh now and then. If you open it manually, you have to refresh it now and then, and that's very tiring. And also something I didn't tell you maybe about this extension, setting. You have to come here and auto save, and change this to after delay. Turn the off to after delay, and then it will auto save for you. Just you change this and leave, you don't do anything, then it start auto save. I don't have to save this now and then, so it's very tiring to do that, right? Okay, great. I think it's better if I follow also okay. Yeah, now let's talk about variables. Variables.js. Because you will have also, you will be very familiar with connecting. So to make this work, I have to connect it here, right? So screen and source variables. And on this file, we will learn about variables. Okay, what are variables? But I think before that, I have to use comment. So this is a comment. Anything followed by this, have you seen 2/? This is a comment. What is the importance of a comment? The importance of a comment is actually to make a code readable and to leave some remark. Yeah, that's what you need a comment. And multi-line comment, you can do something like this. Multi-line comment goes on multiple lines. Yeah. So if you have a long comment, you have to use multi-line comment, but if it's a short comment, something like this, yeah. Now, for instance, I like to do a comment. Let's learn variables. Yeah, what's variables? Variables are a container or a storage or a data storage on a certain memory location. Yeah, so for instance, if I say to declare a variable, we need let or const or var. Var is an older way, so I'm not going to use var, and I'm not going to talk about var, let and var, and because that might be unnecessary for this lesson. So I will use let and const. Let first name. This is how you declare a variable. And if you just print, I was teaching console. I was teaching Python, so now I'm thinking in Python, guys. Console dot first name. The value is undefined, but instead maybe I can put my name. This means actually if just programming is your first time, this equal sign is nothing to do with equality or comparison. Instead, we are asking this variable to store this. So this data, this text data, now stored in the memory location first name, yeah? Now it's a Sabena, but before it was undefined because it didn't have any data. Let's do last name. And if I do print, console.log first name, and instead last name, and it should give my name. Now let's do full name. Full name can be by concatenating and last name. So we can add this. What's wrong with that? Plus. And print, oh no, console.log full name. As you can see, it gave my full name. Yeah, so this is, how about variable numbers, late, gravity, 9.81, and console.log gravity. As you can see, it's number, even numbers in the text, the color is a bit different, as you can see. Now let's just try A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 3, but it's not recommended to use such kind of a short variable name. Yeah, so variables should be meaningful. As you can see, for instance, first name, you may expect someone's name, last name, and you may expect someone's last name. Anyway, now just for for testing purpose, let's do this. Okay, let's do some addition because it's good also to do our thematic operators. We have used them on the console. Now let's use them here. Okay, sum. Let sum A plus B. A plus B. So what's the answer for this? Console.log. Actually, it should be 5, right? Yeah. Now let difference B minus A, let multiply or product A times B. If you have noticed, when I'm writing, I leave some space. To improve the code readability, you may use spacing. Have you seen proper amount of space between variables? Yeah. And let's do division, some division. For instance, B divided by A. And let's do remainder. Do you remember the remainder symbol? B modulus, it's a percent, right? And let's also find the exponential value. For instance, A the power of 3. So from here, we should get 1. From here, we should get 6. From here, we should get 1.5. From here, we should get again 1. From here, we should get 8. Yep. Okay, guys, are you following? Or am I just talking to myself? If that's the case, no need, right, to keep going. Let's see, say something on the chat. Yes. Okay, great. Yeah. Once in a while, if you react on the chat, then I can understand that you are with me. Okay, so we did arithmetic actually, and then we managed to understand this. Variables with arithmetics. And in addition, we covered how to use different commands. Now I think it's a good idea to start different data types. So data types.js. Okay, now I have to also link that script and source data types. Okay, on this file, we will talk about data types. Okay, do you know the data types? Can you tell me the JavaScript data types? Tell me. I'm waiting for your, okay, string. Yeah, great, string. Number, yes. No, there's no float in JavaScript. Number is just number. Float, everything is number. Okay, string number. Okay, Boolean. Tell me another. Undefined. Tell me another. No. Tell me another. Object. And symbol. New introduced. I think these are enough. So we will talk about step by step. Now let's start from numbers, right? Actually, we already talked about numbers. Where? Here we talk about different numbers, but just to elaborate, let's talk about numbers first. They are so awesome, right? Okay, for instance, num1 is equal to 3. And let's just check the type. Console.log type of. Type of is actually a built-in operator or a method which allows you to know the type of a data type. So let's see. As you can see, it says number. How about if we just use this, what was the pi? Pi is 3.14, right? Yeah. So pi is actually a constant. So when you use a constant, you can use const instead of let. So I don't have a plan to change this value because 3.14 is a universal constant and I can't change it unless I come up with some breakthrough or something, right? So for universal constants, physical constants, and for something which doesn't change, use const. For some variables which change, which may increment, which may reassign, then use let. Okay, let's see the console.log type of. As you can see, number. Even though this is integer and this is a float, but in JavaScript, everything is just a number. Okay, great. So if you have a number, what you can do is you can do all the arithmetic operators the way we did here on this file. So you can do arithmetic operators, but we come to operators a bit later. Okay, now let us move on to strings. What are strings? Strings are any text. It could be a single character or a paragraph. Any text could be a single character or a full page. That is a string. For instance, let's car A. Let sentence I love JavaScript. If you do not love JavaScript, what else can you love? Nothing, right? Yes. So this is, it could be, what am I doing here? It could be long, it could be short. So to know, there are methods which allows you to know or to deal with string. For instance, let, console.long car.length to know the length of the, so this has one character, so it should be one, right? But I have no idea how many characters this sentence has. So console.log sentence.length, and if you do that, yeah, 72. Maybe also you can change it to uppercase or lowercase. Car dot to actually to uppercase. Yeah, as you can see, we managed to change this to. Let's change also this sentence to uppercase. Console.log sentence to uppercase. As you can see, we managed to change everything. And even there are lots of methods related to strings. For instance, does this sentence has love? Yes, it has. Let's check if it has love. So console.log sentence dot includes love, as it gives a Boolean value true. But does it have this sentence Python, for instance? Let's give it a Python. No, there is no Python. But if I just put Python here, oh no, Python like this, then I should get true. Yeah. So there are lots of methods. So I think you know JavaScript for everyone, or 30 days of JavaScript. You go in detail there and you learn all the necessary methods you need. Start this with, for instance, like that's very good. Console.log sentence starts with Y. Is it starts with Y? No, it starts with I actually. It's false, but if I change it to I, it will be true. I think this, another thing is concatenation. We can concatenate strings. For instance, hello plus world plus this. Of course, if you leave it like this, but we have to store it somewhere. Phrase. It's not a. It's some kind of a phrase or a sentence, right? Hello world. So let's print this phrase. Console.log the phrase. As you can see, yeah, but we need to add some space. Maybe from this side and from this side. And now we managed to print hello world. Yeah, but this kind of concatenation is so annoying and prone to mistakes. I may recommend you to use string interpolation. String interpolation. So using string interpolation, how it works actually, you use something like this and $sign. Yeah, for instance, if you have country, Finland, Latin city, Helsinki, and then I can just country, and then I can inject also the city here. So easy. So anything inside the curly bracket is actually a JavaScript code. I mean, so some expression. So you can, have you seen Finland, Helsinki? Avoid using this concatenation plus sign, but try to use this string interpolation. For instance, I can add also here, I love Finland, but more I love, yeah, I love Finland, but more I love Helsinki. So it's easy to add any text. Great. So now I want you to do, for instance, at the same time you can make this late first name. Sabina, does it? Yeah, because have you seen, I have used this name, first name in another variable, I mean in another file, so it doesn't allow me to reuse it again. In that case, what you should do is actually, you can comment out this, comment it out. Comment it out because we don't need that. For the time being, we are focusing on this file, right? So let's move on to again. Now, I want you to get the data. This is what it should be. My name is Asabene. I am 150. I live in Finland, Helsinki. I teach programming. I develop. Yeah, that's enough. So this is what you're supposed to print out, okay? So now the variables should be, for instance, let first name Sabina. Yeah, because it's better if we do it together because we will not have last name Itaich and age. As you can see, there is age. Let 150 and let country Finland and city Helsinki. And what's I teach programming? Okay, job maybe, let job or whatever task programming. Great. So now we inject, I take this copy, I copy this because it's easy to modify that for me. And I put it something like this and put it in a backtick. A backtick. Have you seen this? It's a backtick. So my name is, then maybe I can already declare here, let full name, first name, class. But I don't need that one actually. I don't have to have that full name. I can just use it here. So it's, oh no, down. So I can remove this and inject the data first name and then after another $sign, and then curly bracket last name. And then age here. And I live in Finland. If I will have to get it again from the country. Because the reason why I'm doing this, it really helps you to understand in string interpolation, how to inject it. Okay. And task or job. Just what you need is actually $sign followed by curly bracket and print console.log. Yes, and then we print this out. Oh, country identifier has already been used. Maybe we used it here somewhere. Okay, let's see, where did we use it? Oh yeah, because we did it already here, so we don't need it 2 times. Now my name is Asaben, as you can see, and I am 250. I live in Finland, Helsinki. I teach programming. Yeah, great. Now we're not going to talk much about string interpolation and string. This is good enough for now, and let's move on. Is it clear so far, guys? Let's see what you feel about it. Yes, yes, yes. Don't do the plus way of concatenation. This is not anymore good, okay? This is very beautiful, clean, and actually you can almost do anything you want. Yeah, sometimes there's some problems which you can't really solve, but this can help you to solve it so easily in a real life problems. Yeah. So yes, I'll show this is good one. Now, what data type are we? Booleans. Let's talk about Booleans. Booleans are either true or false. Yeah, so is raining. It could be true or false, actually not, so it's false. Is married. True. Is light on? Yes, true. Is corona over? Is corona over? Not yet. Yes. So does it make sense? This is Boolean. So the Boolean is either true or false. So actually, even though these data are just true and false, it allows us to do lots of things to make a decision. Yeah, it allows us to make a decision. Because this is just to understand some condition, the state of being at some, yeah, and also we can get also the true and false value by comparison. So when we will talk about comparison operator, the result will be true or false. If you compare something, either it's equal or greater or less. So the result will be true or false. Okay, let's talk about undefined. Yes. The value of undefined, for instance, let mass or mass. So console.log mass. It's not defined, so I didn't give any value yet. We didn't give value yet. So the value for mass is undefined. So we have to put some kind of value, for instance, 75 kilogram. So, but now we get, yeah. So undefined means it's not just defined. It doesn't have any value. Okay, so this is the undefined data type. Even you can also check it how the value by console.log, yeah, type of mass. So it doesn't have any value yet. And as you can see from line 52, you get undefined. Yeah, great. But if you give some value, now it will change to number. Am I fast a bit? What do you think, guys? Sometimes I may. No speed is okay. You mean, is it okay? How is the pace? Is it easy to catch or is it too fast? Okay, let's move on. Where was I? So let's actually, this is my roadmap. So we covered about string, number, Boolean, undefined, null, object, and symbol. Let's talk about null. Null is an empty value actually. Let's, for instance, my object or something, just for temporary purpose, sometimes you just put null, okay? Value for some time, you may put it to null. But the surprising thing is when you check the console.log type of null, it gives you object. That is, it's not, it doesn't give you, yes, it gives you an object, The null type, when you check it, it's not, it doesn't give you null, but it's an object. So I don't have any explanation for that, okay? So maybe I have to try to figure out why really doing that. But you don't have to know that to work with JavaScript anyway. Let's move on. Now object, yes, what is object? So object actually, object itself, object literal, array, function, all these are objects. Let's do const, numbers, for instance. This is an array list, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. As you can see, it's an array. We call such kind as an array. So console.log type of numbers. It should give us an object. And if we create also a function, const, or just for instance, function name of this function. Yeah, just I'm writing some random function and return something. So this function, we have got some crazy name, console.log type of and name of function. As you can see, yeah, it says a function type, but it has a function type when you check it, but there's no function a kind of data type anyway. Yeah, of course it's a function type, but there's no function kind of data types. What else? Boolean, I think symbol, it's a bit complicated, so you will learn it when you get further. So let's just leave that part. I think we've covered everything we need about data types. Now let's move on to conditions. If you don't have any question, but before that, let me know if you have any question, or maybe if there's a need for break and maybe to meet again after 10 minutes. How about that? Because you may feel exhausted, yeah? What do you think? Okay, so I will see you at 1:30 in my, after 10 minutes, okay?